to table pose. So hands right under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Getting into the spine. So moving slow with your breath, inhale to lift and exhale to round. And this is really nice to do first thing in the morning, especially getting right out of bed. So it's nice to just take it slow to start. And we're starting to move with the breathing. So notice here, we're trying to get bigger breath as you inhale, lift, and as you exhale, get stronger with your core. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Come to child's pose, sit your bum back, walk your hands as far forward as you can and start to walk them over to the right, outside of your mat. Push your left armpit down and keep pushing your left hip back. Breathe into your left side. Feel the exhale softening through your ribs, moving through center with the arms and over to the left. So we're opening up that right side, really pushing down with the right armpit, back with the right hip, big breath into the right lung. Coming back through center, up into table pose, taking your right arm straight out to the right and up. Exhale, take it under, tap the shoulder down. 2 more like that. Move with your breath, pushing yourself out with your left hand and using your core to twist as you take the shoulder down. 1 more, inhale it up. Exhale it down. Unwind, take it all the way up. Exhale, right hand down to table. We're just switching sides. Move with your breath. And if there's a part of the movement that feels like it needs a little extra time there, then give yourself that. There's no need to rush. This last one here, we take it out and up and release it down. Walk your hands forward and come down to your elbows. So you're continuously walking your elbows forward, draw your knees back. We're coming into a plank on the elbows and knees. Hold it here, deep breath in, lengthen the back of your neck. Now tuck your toes and just lift your knees. And inhale, drop your knees. Exhale, lift. Inhale, drop. Exhale, lift. So we're just taking it slow to start here. Think about the only thing that's moving is those knee joints. Shoulder blades are pulling back. Crown of the head is reaching tall towards the wall in front of you. Keep going. Notice your low back stays strong here too. So really think about shoulders back and hips parallel with the floor. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Knees down, just inch your elbows back again. So we come back into that table alignment with the knees directly under the hips. Take your right toes back, lift your right leg up, straight back. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, bring it up. Shoulder blades are drawn down. Adjust the elbows as you need. We don't want to let the head hang. Now finding that right glute is getting warm here. So really activating as you lift, squeezing through the glute. Keep it going. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee down. Left leg straight, get the glute active, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the glute, and let's go up and down. We don't want anything else to change in our alignment. So notice here, you may start shifting the weight over to one side. So start activating, adjust as you need to, elbows under shoulders, left glute really strong as you lift and as you lower. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to seated and onto the back. Plant your feet, taking your hands down by your sides. Get your heels really close to you and spread your toes. They're going to be just slightly wider than hips. Taking your hands by your side and then out on a diagonal. So you're using the strength of your back and your arms. Exhale to lift your hips. Point your tailbone towards your knees. Inhale, lower down. Now we want to try to get strong into the feet. So as you inhale, make sure that you're keeping the alignment long through your back. As you're exhaling, keep the strength equal through the feet, heels to toes. Going up with your exhalation so you can firm up the glutes a little more. And then when you come down, make sure you're maintaining the strength of the glutes. Check in with your knees. We want to make sure that the knees are tracking in line with the toes, adjusting as you need to. Keep going. 5 more. 4, leading from the tailbone, not the belly button. 3, 2, and 1. Hips come down. Left hand behind the head, deep breath in. Left elbow, right knee. Exhale. Inhale, open. So the heel goes forward, elbow goes left. Exhale, take it in and squeeze. Keep going. Now, as we're doing this movement, you want to make sure that you're not compressing your throat. So try not to bring your chin too close to your collarbones. You're still elongating through the neck, through the throat and the back of the neck equally. When you do your crunch, make sure you're getting all of the air out so you get that deep contraction to the abdominal wall. Last 2. Last 1. Head comes down, left arm out to the left, right hand behind the head. Deep breath in, elbow to knee. Exhale, squeeze. Open up, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Keep going. Last 3, 2, and 1. Taking your hands behind your knees, go forward and back as we roll up and down along the length of the spine. And on our next roll, we'll come up to stand. Finding something to balance on. I'm just going to take my left hand on the wall, left foot underneath the hip, right toes out to the right. Soft bend in that left knee, lift the right leg and tap it down. Exhale up, inhale down. So remember, we're using that left leg as our stabilizer and the right leg as the challenger. So we're moving the leg so that we can still keep that alignment in the left leg. Keep going. That right glute is strong. Last 2. Hold this one up. Pulse it at the top. Very small pulse. Use your hand on your core if you can, if that helps you to engage a little more. Think about pulling up through the pelvic floor. 3, 2, 1. Now take your feet out wide. Ground into your feet and take your hands behind your head. Bend your knees so that we're in a wide squat. Spread your toes. Inhale. Right elbow, right knee. Exhale. Inhale back up. Keep pushing the head into the hands. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, right. So going as slow as you need to go. Tailbone is just slightly turned down, so we're really engaging into the lower belly. Checking in with the feet. We don't want to grip with the toes. Upper back is open. So even though we've got the hands behind the head, we're not compressing through the back of the neck or the shoulders. Strong through the legs, strong through the abdominals, and even strong through the back of the neck. So we're not letting the head hang. Last two. Last one. Coming back to straight legs, hands down, onto right hand on the wall, left hand under your on your hip, left leg out, and let's go. Lift and lower. Control the strength of both sides. We're maintaining the alignment of the back of the neck. So notice we're not tucking the chin. Think about the head pressing at the wall behind you. Squeezing through both glutes. If that helps to have the hand on the core to remind you to keep that engagement. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold this next one up and we're pulsing at the very top inch. Realign through that right glute, soft bend in that right knee and lift yourself out of your right hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then step it wide once again. Hands come to the back of the head, deep breath in, side bend, exhale, right elbow, right knee. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. If this doesn't feel good on your shoulders, you don't have to have your hands behind your head. You can have your hands in scarecrow or goalpost, whatever feels good. The hands behind the head can help to remind you where to place the head, but if it's uncomfortable on the shoulders, it's not really going to help. Now, access the pelvic floor here with this wide knee. This is going to help to bring a little more awareness to the inner thighs and the pelvic floor. So use that here. Keep going. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Coming up. Make your way back to table. Coming down to the elbows. This time we're coming to plank on the knees, on the elbows. Hold your plank. Take your right toes out to the right and in. Left toes left and in. Right, left, right, left. Now, as we're doing this, we're not letting the head hang. Try to get your shoulders right over your wrists or elbows. Tailbone pointing to the wall behind you. Crown reaching to the wall in front of you. The back is strong. We're pulling the shoulder blades down. And the breath is remaining calm and in control. Really strong core, really strong shoulders. Keep it moving. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, come onto the back, grab your mini band, taking it around the knees. Plant your feet just slightly wider than hip distance. Palms down by your side, pressing into the hands and the feet. So I've got the arms out on a diagonal. Use the upper back here. Tailbone points up. Lift your hips. Get the length of your low back. So think about tilting the pelvis so that you're really long front and back. And let's go. Inhale down with the hips. Exhale up. Squeeze through the glutes. Inhale down. Exhale up. Now, as we're going up and down, keep the knees pressing into the band. So don't let the knees come inward as you lower the hips. Also be aware, we want to make sure that the low back is in its best alignment. So we're not compressing the muscles of the low back. We're always lengthening. Trying to access those hamstrings and glutes as much as we can. Keep it going. The knees pressing to the band are giving us that activation of the glutes. The feet are grounded. The arms are equally pressing down. Last 4, 3, 2. Now hold this next one up and pulse at the top inch. The pulses are still maintaining a long low back. Feet are grounded and knees pushing to the band. Really active through the glutes. Get a little higher if you can for these last 3, 2, 1, and take it down. You can keep the band on the knees. Grab your light weights. I'm going to grab the 5s. Coming back down onto the back. 1 dumbbell in each hand. Feet are down, and you're just using the band as a reminder to keep the glutes engaged. Arms up to the ceiling, big breath in. Curl the shoulders up and exhale, take the hands by the shins. Inhale, go down, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, come up. Inhale down. Exhale up. So make sure when you're coming down, we're not changing the alignment of the spine. We don't want to pop the front ribs up. Check in with the band. Don't let the band pull your knees. When you get to the top of your movement, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the air out. Pull your sides in. Keep it going. Notice when you start getting a little fatigued, we still don't want to lose the band. We don't want to lose the height of that upper back. Keep going. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one, hold it here, hold it here, hold it here. Now all we're doing is taking the arms up and down 1 inch, up and down 1 inch. Keep going. Squeeze your lower belly, squeeze your pelvic floor. Shoulder blades are down, collarbones are wide. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your head down, take the dumbbells down. Bring the knees to the chest, roll up to stand. Coming back to the left hand on the wall. The band is on the knees. Soft bend in that left knee. Left hand has the wall. Left foot right underneath the hip. Right hand on the right hip. And let's go up and down. Soft bend in that left knee and keep lifting yourself out of the left hip. Left toes are spread. Right glute is just as active as the left one. Yep, keep it going. Try not to lean over to the side. Crown of the head is still reaching tall. 3, 2, hold this one and pulse at the top. 3, 2, 1, and release that. Now we're facing the wall, keeping the band on the knees. If you need to, you can take the band a little bit lower so it won't roll up. Left hand, or sorry, both hands on the wall. Right toes are back. Left knee is slightly bent. Lift the right toes up, tap it down. It's not going to be a big movement. We're not allowing the tailbone to pop up. That left leg is strong. When you get your right leg up, make sure you get the glute to squeeze. Check in with the pelvis, make sure it's squared to the front wall. Don't bend your right knee. 2, 1, hold it at the top, pulse at the top, 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, take that down. We're switching sides, so right hand on the wall, left foot out to the left, soft bend in the right knee. And let's go, left leg up and down. Right glute strong. Back of the neck long, throat long. Right glute is active. Try to take more of the effort into the right side so that you're using that right leg as your stabilizer. And we're creating that challenge as we lift the left leg. Tailbone points slightly down so you're not arching your back or rounding through the neck. Back of the head in line with the wall. Good. Squeezing through that left glute, squeezing through the right glute. 3, 2, 1. Pulse at the top. Squeeze through the low belly. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Come to face the wall. Shake it out if you need to. Right foot stays down, left toes tap back. Soft bend in that right knee, right or left leg is straight. Let's lift the leg, tap the toes. Squeeze the glute. It's not going to be a big movement. We don't want to tilt the pelvis. So think about the tailbone pointing down. When you take the leg up, make sure you give that squeeze to the glute. And then when you lower it, maintain the squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, pulse at the top. Squeeze both glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Take that to, or come down to table. We're still going to keep the band on the knees, taking your elbows forward and making our way to plank on the elbows. We've been here before without the band. So get grounded into your elbows, long through your spine, right foot out to the right, in, left, in, right, left, right, left. Keep pulling your shoulder blades back. Crown of the head is reaching tall away from you. Fingertips are pressed down. Shoulders are engaged. Spine is long, so think about your front ribs. Don't let them pop down. We're using the strength of the core to hold us up, the strength of the glutes to take the legs out. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. You can keep the band on the knees, just come back down. Grab your dumbbells. Feet stay planted. Knees are bent. Take the dumbbells onto the thighs, or sorry, the pelvis. Ground your feet, spread your toes. Feet are slightly wider than hips. Let's go. Hips up. You've got the dumbbells right on the thighs. Inhale, or on the pelvis. Inhale down, exhale up. Going slow and controlled as you lift and as you lower. The knees are pressing into the band. The glutes engaged as you lift. Keep squeezing as you lower. This is also good for your hamstrings. Think about pulling your heels towards your glutes, getting strong and active through the whole back, lower body. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Still holding the dumbbells up to the ceiling. Big breath in. Adjust your feet if you need to so that they feel stable on your mat. Exhale, curl the shoulders up. We've been here before. Inhale down. This time, if it feels good, arms go all the way back. Exhale up. Inhale down. If it doesn't feel good to have the arms go all the way back, then don't do it. Take them up to the ceiling as we did in the last set. With the arms going back, you really have to control those upper ribs. So using the hands there, holding the weight to give you that extra challenge. It may feel easier to pop the ribs up, but that just means you're taking the bend in the wrong spot. So I want you to keep maintaining those front abdominals, upper abdominals working. And check in with your knees. We don't want them to fall inward. We're still using the core here and the glutes against the band. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it up. Now we're taking right knuckles to right ankle, left knuckles, left ankle, side, side. Keep it going. Tailbone pointing forward to that wall in front of you. Core is strong as you move side to side, all the way from the front and the back. So we're using the whole midsection here. And then check in with your knees. Still pressing into the band. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the dumbbells aside. Rolling onto your left side. Still have the band on the knees. Knees are bent. Ankles and hips and shoulder are all in one line. Lift your ankles. Squeezing the inner ankles or inner heels together, take the right leg up. Adjust the band as you need to. Keep pushing yourself out of that left side. Check with the feet. The inner edges of the feet are still touching. Left knee pushes down, right knee pushes up. Squeeze both glutes. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep going. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the legs stacked, just straighten the legs. Come onto your left hand is underneath your shoulder. We're moving into a side plank. Lift your hips, take your right arm up. Holding it here for 20 seconds, starting now. Shoulder blades are back, pushing yourself out of that left side. Think about pulling your left hip towards your left armpit. Tailbone pointing right in between the heels. Kneecaps are lifted. That left arm is strong. Push yourself away from the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down and switch sides, coming onto the right elbow, right over the shoulder or right under the shoulder. Ankles are stacked, knees are stacked, and then check the alignment, the ankles, hips, and shoulder in one line. Lift your heels, Take your left knee up. We're going to hold it here for a couple breaths just to get that engagement equal through both legs. So right knee pushing down, left knee lifting up. Push yourself out of that right shoulder. Inhale down, exhale up. Push with that right knee. Good job. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Straighten your legs, ground into your right hand, under your right shoulder, lift your hips, lift that left arm, 20 seconds starting now. Push your right hip to your right armpit, lift your kneecaps, point your tailbone right in between the knees. Push yourself out of that right arm, that right shoulder. Keep it breathing here for the last 4. Squeeze your abdominals. 2, 1, and release. Come down to plank on the elbows. Holding it here. 30 seconds, starting now. Fingertips are spread. Look at your fingertips. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Drop your tailbone just enough in line with your shoulders, and you're pulling your low hips to your low ribs. Squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. Kneecaps are lifted and thighs are engaged. Use your exhale to squeeze tighter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming down, taking the band off. Onto the back. Legs to the ceiling. Hands under your low back. So I say low back, but actually hands under your glutes. So that's just going to help to keep that stability in the low back. I still have my thumbs under and my palms are spread so that we're going to use the arms to help stabilize the body. Inhale to lower the legs, hover. Now notice here, I'm pulling my knees towards the chest. Shins become parallel to the floor. Then straighten it back up, hover with the straight legs, and then pull them back into tabletop. So straight legs up, hover them down, and exhale, tabletop. Keep going. So hover, and then tabletop. Legs straight, hover, and then drag your heels, come to tabletop. Keep going. So the point here at stopping to tabletop is that we are creating control. And as we create control, we create shape. Being intentional with your movement. If you want to make it more challenging, lift your head, looking at your thighs. Last 2. Last 1. The next time you come to your tabletop legs, hold it there. If you want to take your head down to take a break here, we're just going the opposite direction. So knees start in tabletop, then drag the heels along the front or the top of your mat, and then legs back up to the ceiling. So tabletop, and then drag them down. They're just hovering over the mat, straight legs to the ceiling, and then tabletop. Drag, hover, up to the ceiling. Keep going. So this is working the core. It's also working the glutes to maintain that stability. I want you to be aware we're not letting the low back pop up. So moving, it takes a little bit of effort of thought as we're here. So that's good. The more we concentrate, the more action we're going to get into the muscle. Last 4, If you want, head up. 3, 2, last 1. Find your tabletop legs, head comes down, hands on your thighs. Push into your hands, push into your thighs, 30 seconds, starting now. Long exhalation. You choose how hard you work here. Keep pushing. Halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Feet down to the edges of your mat and just rock the knees side to side. Coming back to neutral, take your knees into your chest, roll it forward, come up to seated. Take your right foot outside of your left thigh, right hand or elbow in front of the right knee, and twist to the right. Come back to center, right leg straight, left foot outside the right thigh, right elbow in front of the knee, and twist. Coming back to center, just cross the ankles comfortably, right hand beside you, left arm up and over. Breathe into the left side. And coming back up, left hand down, right arm over. Inhale, come back up, arms up, interlace the fingers and round the back, tuck the chin, reach the knuckles forward. Inhale up, flip the palms, lift the chin. Exhale and round. One more, inhale, bring it up. Exhale, round. Coming up to neutral, arms to the ceiling, take your left hand down, your right fingers to the left ear, right shoulder. Breathe into that left side. And back up, arms to ceiling, left hand, right ear, and left ear, left shoulder. Breathe into the right side. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, hands down. We did it. Good job, guys.